My girl, if you do, I'll switch up. Go through pages to see you smiling. Problems I'll fix up. Not Superman, but I am just like him. Cause God loves my life. And if you...
What's up, guys? This is Chronic Rush HD, and welcome to episode 13 of my Hardpoint rotation and location breakdown guide, which I'm going to be doing on every single map in Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Today we're going to be looking at Turbine, biggest maps on Black Ops 2, and therefore the zones are probably the most spaced out. Therefore you're going to need to give yourself a large amount of time to run from zone to zone. So let's get into the zones. Zone 1 is in the one part of the crashed aeroplane. It's in this diagonally top bit here with the big lump coming out of where it's hit a rock. So it's zone 1 is this area here, so around here all the way up to the end of here. You've got various ways of getting in. Obviously the main entrance here, through here, through there, and through this tiny little gap here. The two spawns are that side of the map and that side. So if you spawn this side of the map, for example, you're going to be wanting to be running up here and just watching out for enemies, mainly coming from there or from here. You've got if you're spawning from the other side, it's vice versa. Enemies coming from there and maybe also there. Places to capture this point is probably on top of this bit here. This is a very good spot. You can kind of use it as cover and stuff. Also, like maybe this is a bit risky, but let's go on this spot. You could get a teammate to sit up here just to stop anyone coming in, reduce the traffic. Also, maybe do a risky move and lay in here. You just need to watch out for people coming here, but you should have an enemy maybe posted up here just to reduce the flanking options. Also, maybe an enemy around here just to reduce that option as well. So, as I said, most of the maps in Call of Duty Black Ops 2, the first zone is probably the most competitive zone. So let's move on to Zone 2. Zone 2 is on the large suspension bridge in the middle-ish map. There's various ways of getting up. For some of you, you may not know this, but it's up the aeroplane wing, and Zone 2 is this whole bridge bit here around this area, including this bit as well. You've obviously got one side of the bridge and the other side of the bridge. You've also got that route up there, the thingy, and you've also got the rock climbing session, and you can get up like that. The places, if you say get here first, what I'd do is probably lay in here. It's kind of hard for the enemies to see, however it's hard for you to see them as well, so it may not be that effective. If you've got teammates behind you, maybe prone behind here just to reduce your exposure. Use this as probably a good head glitching spot if you've got teammates behind you. Just need to watch out, like this map is so large that snipers always sit up there, so this zone, that's why I've said it's probably best to prone under here, because unless they've seen you prone under there, you shouldn't get killed. So you've also got this spot here in getting in and kind of protecting it, but you could use that. Also, I'd recommend getting players to just cover the entrances of each side of the bridge. Also, maybe have some cover if you're spawning that side. Maybe have some cover on the aeroplane, but I don't think you would be spawning that side if you have got the zone. So this zone is probably also one of the really hardest, very hard zones to keep and get enough points from. But if you got your teammates positioned well enough, it should be fine. So let's go to Zone 3, which is up here. So it's probably the closest zone to each other, which is up here. So it's this section here, up to this turbine here. The circle bit is around here. It's just this open section here up to around about this building. So obviously you've got the two main entrances, which are going to be coming from behind the turbine and coming from in this building. You've also got some minor entrances coming up through here. Also, excuse me, coming down here. So this zone is once you get here first, you should be able to control it long enough, because you shouldn't be able to get flanked from behind if you've got enemies with you, teammates with you, sorry, protecting that zone. And you should be able to just hold it off using this rock as cover and just pick off enemies. If there's enough of you, you should be fine. If you're coming from the other side, say the teammate, your enemies have got zone 2 and held it pretty well, they're going to get the advantage of getting to zone 3 as well. So what I'd recommend is, if they have got zone 2, make sure you get here extra early, just to probably remove any enemies on this zone, and just set up properly. So you would want someone sitting behind this rock likewise, and maybe someone flanking around the side, just to get rid of anyone in that building. Also, using this turbine is pretty good cover. I don't think you can get on it, no, and also this building as cover as well. However, it is weak metal, you could get shot through it, I believe. So let's go on to zone 4. Zone 4 is in the other building of this map. There's only 2 main buildings and one like sub building, that building there. So zone 4 is in the main building over there. So let me just get to it. And this is zone 4 here, so it's in like the communications room, or whatever you want to call it. You've got various entrances of getting in, and if you guys don't kind of know where this room is, it's the one with the minigun on, like so. So you've got the entrance across the bridge, pretty much like this doorway here. You've got the staircase, that doorway there, and I'm not sure if there is a way of getting. Is there? Yeah, I'm not sure if you. Right, so you can't get in through that window there. So those 2 windows are safe from enemies getting in, but remember, there are millions of snipers on this map, so just watch out. They all sit up there, so I wouldn't advise staying around there for too long. And just make sure this corner is probably one of the better corners in the game. I don't think you can get right in the corner, but you have got a large view of that doorway, kind of that staircase and that doorway. Also behind there, you could maybe prone, but there is a prone block, so not that effective. Behind here, you could be useful, depending on what side the enemies are spawning. Here as well, there's a pretty good spot. You just need to watch out through here. If you say you've got a teammate in there, sit here, you can protect the staircase and protect that doorway. So these have been all the zones on the map Turbine. For me, I don't really like this map at all. I find it too big compared to the other maps on the on this game, because I don't find there's any like middle-ish size maps. They're all either they're not really that big maps, to be honest. There's like 2 big maps and no one really votes for, and then all the rest are small maps, so most suited for the submachine guns. However, this map is quite good just for a change, because you could use the assault rifles, which aren't really that useful on some of the smaller maps compared to the SMGs. So I hope you guys found this useful and employ it in your game. If you did, remember to hit that like button, put all the feedback in the comments, and subscribe for more. This has been Chronic Rush, and I'll speak to you later, guys.